Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gershwan, and today we're going to be talking about the Imperial Guard, specifically a regiment by the name of the Luggnum Sewer Rats. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K lore videos every single day. If you have any suggestions for other Imperial Guard regiments that you guys would like us to talk about, please let me know what it is in the comment section below. And if you enjoy our content, thank our patrons on Patreon. It is because of them that we can do this. Link in the description if you guys want to support us. We also have some One Mind Syndicate merch in the description below, and simply by liking the channel, it really helps out. So with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Luggnum Sewer Rats. Within the ranks of the Astra Militarum, there exists a specialized regiment of tunnel fighters and close-quarter experts known as the Luggnum Sewer Rats. These rugged warriors hail from the frontier mining world of Luggnum in the Golgena Reach subsector of the Calixis sector. Because of the larger and more resource-rich mining planets of the area, such as Sephiris Secundus, Luggnum had always been overshadowed, and the rich ore mines of the planet were not as flashy of a resource, and as such, largely seen as underwhelming. Similar to the planet's main export, the population of the planet had always been viewed as unremarkable by the rest of the Imperium of Man. Although the trillions of laborers committed themselves to the backbreaking mining process that provided for the entire sector, the people were largely seen as insignificant. That is until the Adeptus Administratum began to recruit from this mining planet. When High Marshals of the Astra Militarum visited the planet, they saw people that could produce strong, battle-worthy soldiers that were just as tough and dependable as the Cadian shock troops or even the Catachan jungle fighters. They were impressed with the population's culture, which placed high value on a man's ability to handle himself in a brawl. In contrast to the bleak, monochrome landscape of their homeworld, the people of Luggnum preferred bright, colorful patterns of their garb, and were all around brighter in attitude and outlook than what was expected. The recruits also remarked that the people of Luggnum have always been faithful, honorable, and hard-working throughout Imperial history. Luggnum's men and women take to heart the Imperial ideology that work earns salvation. The simple knowledge that they serve the Emperor of Mankind was more than enough to content most of Luggnum's inhabitants as they toiled away in the darknesses of the mine. The Imperial Guard built on this remarkable stoicism by allowing their miners to serve the Emperor in a decisively more heroic fashion. Thus, the Luggnum Sewer Rats were born. The Sewer Rats are drawn from all levels of the world's society, from the highest noble to the lowliest laborer. Each man brings with him his clan sword, a priceless family heirloom. It is a common saying in Luggnum that even those who have nothing can still offer their blades. What's remarkable about this tradition is the craftsmanship of the Luggnum familial blades. Even the poorest family of the deep miners can boast a blade of the finest workmanship and the sharpest edge. This has led to rumors that the nobles of Luggnum hoard the finest ores for their own personal use, or even hide entire mines of rare materials from Imperial surveyors, although investigation and testing has so far lent no credence to such stories. It's tradition that when a soldier falls on the battlefield, his squad mates see it as a matter of grave honor to recover their blade, in fact placing a much higher priority on recovering the sword than the actual body. This cultural value explains the regiment's preference for close-quarter combat. Since their introduction into the Imperial Guard, many generals have utilized the Sewer Rats on countless different battlefields and across many different sectors, earning them great renown within the Astra Militarum. It has been centuries since the soldiers from Luggnum have been referred to as Sewer Rats. The source of their moniker is shrouded in folklore and myth, and many different stories exist that attempt to explain the title, but the truth has long been forgotten. Regardless, the people of Luggnum have adopted the disparaging name as a source of pride, a characteristic of their dour humor for which they are known. Luggnum regiments are often assigned operations to which their expertise is suited. These include such theaters of war as the depths of a hive city, the catacombs of a shrine world, and on occasion, the corridors of a voidcraft or a space hulk. Logically, the Luggnum Sewer Rats are often called upon to fight on mining worlds. Casualties during such missions are often jokingly chalked up to a case of homesickness by the Luggnum Guardsmen. Most Luggnum Sewer Rats have experience serving on deep mining operations back home, during which they might operate at lung-crushing depths for weeks or months without returning to the surface at all. Men and women serving under such conditions must learn a certain degree of self-sufficiency, as mine collapses, rock pirates, and other hazards can easily prevent the delivery of such needed supplies. Luggnum miners tied to the Imperial Guard often ply their skills on the battlefield, making the best of available resources and finding creative uses for common equipment. Although the sewer rats have demonstrated the population's loyalty to the Emperor of Mankind, the planet itself is haunted by the atrocities committed by Lady Orlea Grey, a former planetary noble. Rumors whispered upon the planet questioned if she was even human. Despite attempts by the authorities to cover up the truth, there are few on Luggnum who have never heard of the sadistic blasphemies committed by Grey and her accomplices in the once fruitful Ironback mines, though few know or even suspect the true scale of her crimes. The Ironback mines have long since been sealed by order of the Inquisition, so that the lingering taint of chaos does not pollute Luggnum's material output or its population. Rumors persist, however, of dark, twisted things glimpsed in the deepest shafts of Luggnum's other mines, ghoulish figures that may have once been human. Nevertheless, the regiments of the Luggnum sewer rats continue to act as exemplars in their field of expertise, regardless of the troubles back home. One of their most notorious regiments is the Luggnum sewer rats 3rd Light Infantry Regiment, which was sent as the main weapon against the orcs and the human secessionist force known as the Severan Dominant on the mining world of Hervara. The regiment has received many accolades for their efficiency when engaging the secessionists, but they have been marked less effective against the greenskins. The sewer rats have suffered significant losses against the orcs, leaving them well motivated to seek vengeance against the brutal Xenos. When they arrived on the planet, the regiment was divided into several battle groups, with each being assigned a different campaign in the ongoing conflict. The Imperial High Command decided to integrate the sewer rats along with the local planetary defense forces, providing both an understanding of tunnel fighting and the local area. Despite suffering severe losses due to close-quarter fighting, the Luggnum 3rd remains the most efficient unit of tunnel fighters amongst the Imperial Guard forces present on the planet. And those were 40 facts on the Luggnum sewer rats. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it inspires you to kit bash your own Imperial Guard regiment. It's a really fun process, especially with all the awesome kit bashing opportunities right now. You have Dark Eldar, you have Gene Stealer cults, you have just your regular Imperial Guardsmen, and then you have a bunch of third-party bits that you can use to just create really badass looking Imperial Guardsmen, or the whole entire regiment, I should say. And for some of you guys, if you guys are on Instagram or Facebook, the Kit Bash November thing is going on again. It's a little different. I've seen a couple people post about it, but if you're into kit bashing, definitely look into that. It's something that I love to watch. I just wish I had more time to participate in. But I know for a fact that kit bashing an Imperial Guard regiment is probably one of the most fun things you can do. So I really recommend that. But thanks so much for listening, guys. If you guys have suggestions for other topics, let me know what they are in the comment section below. If you guys enjoy our content, like I said in the beginning, thank our patrons on Patreon. If you guys want to pick up some merch, it's in the description below. And simply by liking and commenting, it really helps out the channel. You tell YouTube that you like this type of content, and we can work harder to at least make it entertaining for you guys when we read you the lore. But thanks so much for listening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.